Hi, everyone. My name is Megan, and at Column, we believe that self-service notice placement should be the standard for any paper. With the technology available today, there's no need to email PDFs and Word documents back and forth to put a notice in the paper. Column is proud to have built an easy and simple notice placement system. And since our launch, we've created a powerful tool for publishers to manage their customers and organize their day-to-day workflow. So today, I'm going to share how you can configure settings for your customers, filter the notice table to surface time-sensitive tasks, easily place the same notice in related newspapers, and stay up to date on the latest information with new notifications. Working support, one of the most common requests we've heard is that newspapers want more control over customer settings for organizations and individual advertisers. So for the first time, the customers page includes not just individuals, but also organizations. This long-awaited functionality allows publishers to see which customers actually belong to the same organization on Column. For newspapers with integrations, you can set internal IDs to make sure notices sync to the right accounts. And you can require upfront payment or set up monthly invoicing for the whole organization. With this, we aim to empower publishers to make changes to their customer settings more efficiently and with less help from Column support. Next, we're delighted to introduce a powerful new feature to your notice table. You can now filter your notice table results by notice confirmation, invoice status, affidavit status, and publication date range. So let's say you want to follow up with advertisers for unpaid invoices for notice that published last month. You can filter for those relevant notices. If you're looking to narrow your results to a specific advertiser or notice text, you can use a keyword search in tandem with those filters. For those who use the All Organization view to see notices across related newspapers, this particular feature allows you to quickly find the notices that need your follow-up. In the last brief, we introduced a feature for duplicating notices, an easy way to place the same notice without starting from scratch. But for legals reps who manage notices across multiple papers, we learned that this feature could be more valuable if publishers could select a different newspaper when placing a notice. Now you're able to do just that. If I'm a legals rep with access to San Mateo Weekly and the Belmont Observer, I can select either newspaper in the placement flow without having to toggle to a specific organization view to place in that paper. Let's say you need to run the same notice in multiple newspapers. You would duplicate the first notice and select a different newspaper while placing its copy. We know that as your operations centralize, we want to make placing notices across multiple newspapers easier. And lastly, we've redesigned our in-app notifications to be more action-oriented. Before, your in-app notifications lacked important details that actually made them useful. Now, when you click on the notifications bell in the top right corner of Column, a panel will slide open showing all of your notifications and any team invites. Each notification will include important details, such as the notice name and event description, so that when you click on the notification, you'll be navigated to the notice details page to take that next step. All right, I've said a lot, but to recap, you can now change customer settings for individuals and organizations. You can filter the notice table to surface important information. You can easily toggle between newspapers when placing a notice, and you can stay informed with action-oriented notifications. To learn more about these new features and our latest improvements, check out the What's New section of our Help Center at help.column.us. Next, we're going to take a look at some of the new and innovative service offerings for our users beyond placing notices.
Hi everyone, I'm Frances and I'm an account executive here at Column. We know that getting a notice to print is only half the battle. What comes after, the affidavits, is where some of the most time-consuming and inefficient work is required. We couldn't achieve our goal of saving publishers time and money while affidavits still had to be manually processed. For those of you who are unfamiliar with our affidavit automation service, here's a quick overview of how it works. First, your customer places a notice in your newspaper through Column, and then the notice runs in the paper. After the publication date, you share your e-edition with us by either emailing it to us, uploading it to Column, or through a file transfer protocol or FTP feed, where we will receive it automatically. Column then matches all of the notices submitted for that publication date against what we receive in the e-edition to verify that the notices ran. When the notice is verified, it will also show up in the activity log so your customers can see the notice as it was published. Finally, the affidavit is automatically generated and is handed over to our notary team, where it is signed and notarized on your behalf. Within just 2 business days, your customer is notified that their affidavit is ready to download from Column. Since we launched our affidavit service, we've delivered hundreds of affidavits in 8 states for 11 newspapers, helping them create significant efficiency gains. We have more information about how our affidavit service works linked below. Please reach out if you have any questions or would like to get started using Column's affidavit automation. Next, I'm going to pass it over to Casey to discuss a new offering for government users.